Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to What Dih Story Seh. What Dih Story Seh? Y'all come in. I'm talking about going in the bush. Last episode, I told you I went to serve time in the bush. And that is the journey. Getting there, all the stories about being on the boat and stuff. But I missed a part of the story. We did meet up with the MV Jaimito. And when we met the MV Jaimito, we got onto that boat, and let me tell you, puke was everywhere. It was something else. I can imagine when people were transported from Africa, what that was like. That wasn't even a smattering of an experience, but I could imagine. I mean, there were people, there were tarps on the deck, and you move a tarp and it's just puke. It was a mess. So we ended up at Matthews Ridge by taking that boat. We had overtaken it during the night or something, but we met it and we were able to go. And that's that. So I left you the last time at where we're at the street. And we went onto the campus of this institute where we were supposed to do our stint. Sorry, something on my teeth. Yeah. All right. So we got into this place. They put us in a room. Mind you, we are cold, we are wet. By this time, if you know anything about the interior in Guyana, the weather is not like on the East Coast or in the city. In the evenings, the mist comes down. It rolls down the mountain. So beautiful. And it's chilly. And so it was almost that time. They put us in a room and we were sitting there on benches. So this boyfriend of mine put his hand at the back of the bench. He wasn't really touching me. He just had his hand there. And this staff sergeant, I later learned, he was a staff sergeant, came in. Burly black man with a big stomach, round like a barrel. You know that Charlot story? Charlot, the barrel like a belly, the belly like a barrel. The belly like a barrel, duh. Round belly, bushy eyebrows, dark as midnight. Nothing wrong with that, but I describe the man. Get on one tight t-shirt and one green short pants. The man come and put you on a kimbo so. And he said, "Good afternoon, Corps men and women." And he said, "You," to the boyfriend, "none of that here? None of that nonsense here? Oh, you people come for fix up and all kind of thing." He making, hints about sexual stuff. So the boyfriend quickly move your hand down and be sit down. Now we got to learn how to brace up. When they come in, you got to brace up. That means your palm got to be down, and your hand, you make a fist, and it's on your knee, and you pull up yourself straight. That's how you got to look in the military. You got to brace up. Then you see rank, you got to brace up. So we get that. And the man proceeded to give us an induction into the Guyana National Service. Let me tell you these people something. You Corps men and women, you're a cost to the Guyana government. We have no food to give you. You think you come here to eat food and eat out the food? And the man start off. The man said, last month was pork. This month is pork. Last week is pork. This week is pork. Yesterday was pork. Tomorrow is pork. It's pork pan rice and rice pan pork. Pure pork. Remember, I tell y'all, I'm the Seventh-day Adventist Christian. I don't eat pork. I don't eat certain kind of food. This man said it's pure pork. Now, the water don't settle me, I so. Because this was a verbal assault. This man began to accuse us of stuff. We're a cost to the government. The government doesn't want us there. Well, we never asked for national service. They say we have to. And as a reminder, Guyana at that time, education was free from kindergarten to university. I am so fortunate I was able to get it all for free, in quotes. So I went to the basic training because that was what was required. in exchange for this free education, especially tertiary education for 3 months basic training. So that's why I'm there. So this guy accusing us of being a cost to the government did not resonate because it made no sense. I didn't ask to be there. I had to be there. So after that, I think they introduced some people to us, some young people, some other ranks, privates, I don't know who else. And I remember this one old guy, his name was Mr. Williams, Salt Butter Williams. They just call it Butter. I don't know why he called Salt Butter, but he was an old gentleman, but he was quite nice. But you see that one? That one that came in and cussed me out, they used to call it Bunter. Bunter. You know what is he? What's his whole name? Black Marabunta. Bunter for short. And let me tell you, he looked like one Bunter. So they sent us to our billets. Billets are the little houses that you had to stay in. I had roommates in the billet. One of the things I learned about the jungle, or living in Guyana bush, in jungle area, is that you never put on your shoes without shaking them. You never get into your bed without rustling the bed and turning up things, because you don't know who's in there with you or what's in there with you, because I tell you already, you got bushmaster, you get labaria, and they get some of these snakes. They say if you kill one and you left it there, they just come and move the dead one and put themselves there for clap it in, you're good. And Guyanese snakes are poisonous snakes, they're venomous. So you got to be careful. You got the boa constrictor and you get the python, them that just, twist you good. So you got to be careful when you take off your shoes. Well, a lot of times I would wear long boots, or I think, did they give us shoes? I can't remember if they gave us shoes. Maybe they did, yes, because I can remember this Lieutenant Omawale was at the Matthews Rich place that I didn't want to stay, was, you guys said, she got to get your laces done. Apparently he was a black American. She got to get your laces done. So you say, got to get these laces. So they had issued us shoes. So, or like sneakers, something like that. So you had to, for me, it was a habit to shake out your shoes, because not only the snakes, you have to be careful with the tarantulas, right? We get spiders. Guyana jungle is very, very interesting. Yes, so that was what. So you're living on tenterhooks. Outside the billet had these huge orange trees, and they are something I want you to remember in this story. So the next day, we got a tour of the place. We went to the cafeteria. This cafeteria served food. People, more tears. When the people serve breakfast, I tell you no lie, it was cornmeal porridge. I think get high protein inside. Weevil, yeah, know what is weevil? Them insect that come when beans and peas and them things spoil. Insect inside, black one. Worm, I tell you, worm. You see the head, the little white worm there inside. The man tell me, said the food is get high protein. So I see this cornmeal porridge. Now you're hungry. You want to break the gas in your stomach. You got to eat this thing. I said, Lord, how me gonna eat this porridge? A porridge get high protein, so I have to pick out. You pick out the worm and pick out the weevil. First day, I think meat too good. You see, by the next week, I eat all the weevil, all the high protein, everything, because I'm not able to pick them up. But the worst part of it is that across the table, across from where we there, had a little banqueting table out there. If you see the fine china, if you see the food where the higher ups eat, we there eat the swill, and them that eat the good thing. Now this is not here to cast aspersions on the Guyana National Service. A me story. Ma tell me story. I saw me experience me story. If I just get a other story, I talk it. The Guyana National Service, as I understand, was to develop the interland, bring industries to Guyana. They had lots of things going on. People planted cotton, people planted all kinds of stuff. It produced a lot of food for Guyana. Good. I wasn't a part of that, because when I went to this institute place, I didn't know what I was there for. I thought it's an agriculture institute. It was a good match for what we were doing. We were studying agriculture and stuff, and it made sense, right? So we know how to cultivate the land. We know how to raise chickens from day old to marketing. We got skills, you know, but none of that. We never did. We did some cultivation, but not in any kind of mass or anything. So I don't know. But that was the situation. How we got along during the day. Before breakfast, I think we had to muster. You got to fall in and straighten up yourself and line up. Then the staff sergeant used to come out. Well, I don't know if I can do it on the camera, but I gotta try. He just come out, he stick out the belly, and he get his hand akimbo so. And then he go say, "Good morning, corps man and woman." And he say, "Morning, staff sergeant." And then he would start to say, "I want some volunteers. I want some volunteers." So he hand is so. "I want some volunteers." And so we go, we can't laugh because we'll get in trouble. We want dead with laugh. This man verbs green, green, green. And so he go say, who gonna go to the farm over there to get the vegetables? You want volunteer for that. You want volunteer for kitchen. You want volunteer for different things. So you got to fall out. I'm going to end the story here now. So every time he asks for volunteers, he just tell the males, pick a female. Well, me no want this boyfriend pick me because the man done cuss me out first day. Right? So here comes my good friend Basil Landon, my buddy friend. We went to high school together. We went to GSA together. And now we in this predicament together because he say, let me go there. So when the people say, pick a female, Basil does pick me. The first time he picked me glad. Then when realize one pattern, you pick me every time. Every time they say pick a female, he pick me. First day he picked me. We went in the garden, we surveyed the garden. If you see nice vegetables, see them cabbage fat. If you see them beans, nice. If you see things that we say, we'll get good food. Hey, lunchtime, we appear at the time, we have to harvest food for the kitchen. When we come to the kitchen, we say, proper food today. When we go in the kitchen, anato and piece beef, hard beef. Anato sauce beef with rice and mostly high protein in the too. Not a vegetable. Them people sit on a fancy table, eat all a nice thing. Nice sweet potato, nice edo and so. So, them tell we must harvest and we must give them and they gonna eat and we gonna swallow when them eat. Well, let me tell you now, that scenario end pretty quickly. I'm going to tell you in the next episode what we did to help ourselves and for advocate for ourselves. What you been going to do? If been a you, what you been going to do? We're going to talk soon. You are good.